What's up, guys? Sans7 here, bringing some raiding. First up, we got Eel. What's up, brother? Alright, well, I saw you had a post on the forum asking about the defense, and well, what I saw first off was I feel like this is a weak spot where I've got to bring everybody in, and I've got to get that GA down really quick. You can see I almost lost my Spirit Mage there, but I did get the GA in time, kept her alive, kept the rest of my legendaries alive, and I was able to bring the Omnicopters in. They got a little bit of protection to take out the first couple towers, and as you can see with the Frenzy there, I'm going to be able to wipe everything out. I'm not going to have to use Snowstorm, and I'm going to lose Ninja, as I generally do when raiding with him, which I don't usually raid with him that much anymore. He was just happened to be in there. From there, the troop camps on the back end aren't really helping that much because you can see once you have a full army like mine with Pumpkin Duke, once they get the ball rolling and they're moving real fast like that, game over. You're not going to be able to stop them with the troop camp. So you want the troop camp to help you without being able to penetrate your whole defense and get inside there like that and just start running stuff over. Well, let's see. We're going to go ahead and throw Succubus in and grab some more magic. We're going to head back out and raid because I've got a number of raids for you guys, and this is just a video that's really just me out raiding because I didn't have dungeon turns, obviously don't have gems, and I want some levels. So I headed out and started doing a bit of raiding and had a good little session. So we're going to pop right back into it and see what we got next. And let's see. Yeah, I think I'd like this one. What I'm seeing here is Spirit Mage on the bottom, because Spirit Mage can end your day, and I like to take Spirit Mage out as quickly as possible, usually, unless, you know, it's in a dungeon where I know I'm going to be able to proc on top of her. But here, I'm looking at the Atlantic Core thinking, okay, I don't want him to proc on me. Now, of course, I've already done this, but I'm just going through what I was thinking when doing this, and I took a while to decide on this one. Ended up making a good decision, but I ended up losing because I didn't know the opponent, and it's something that's kind of hard to know any opponent. But again, I dropped the 5 heroes, I dropped GA, then Frenzy, and then I put in the Omnicopters, and I just hold my finger down because it'll bring all the Omnicopters in, all the dragons in. The first few Omnicopters are shielded; they're tanking for me anyways, shielded for that GA. Everybody gets the Frenzy, and what you'll notice is with Frenzy, it's going to be out there for 15 seconds. And if I put a troop in 5 seconds after putting it, that troop is still going to get a full 15 seconds of Frenzy. So that's a little tip on Frenzy if you didn't already know it. And from there, once I have the momentum, you can see the base goes down. I lost a number of dragons in the middle and an Omnicopter because that Atlantic Core exploded. He had some self-destruct going on there. So we're going to go ahead and replace the magic again. This rating's, you know, it's paying a little bit, and that I hit my Smurf up. How do I get so many gems? I get this question all the time. Guys, you want a lot of gems? Get a job. That's really the best way to get a bunch of gems. A job and bad spending habits, and you can have a really nice account in this game. Trust me, I know. All right. And from there, I believe I'm just going to continue the raiding and see what we got from there. So let's just go back out. I mean, when I'm not losing heroes, I'm just going to continue to raid. Ah, my boy, I hope this is how you pronounce it, Icy. It ain't much if it ain't Dutch. Yeah, he's one of the fire members. And let's see. He actually dipped out for a bit to grab some honor badges. He's on European time, and boss fights weren't, you know, lining up, and don't blame him a bit. Just waiting for him to come back. Definitely want him back. All right, now we got Bonehead the Great, and I saw this and I was thinking, okay, this should be easy because, all right, look, that tower, those towers right there, I'm going to use the same method. 5 heroes in, GA, and look, I grab 2 army camps, 3 heroes, only 1 tower though. And I drop the GA, the Frenzy, then there come the Omnicopters. So my Omnicopters are fully souped up with the GA and the Frenzy, and they're just going to run down the line because I'm not getting all that focused tower aggro until I've already killed the first tower and moved on into the second. And when I have that much speed rolling, game over. And from there, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and wipe out the base. No losses, spent 75,000 in magic. I don't remember what I got in gold. I never look at resources when I'm raiding. Now, if I see them in the big vault, if I see the golden vault, yeah, that's what I see. But I don't look at the numbers. I just skip. I look for a base that's easy to raid. Oh, I did have 1 loss, an Omnicopter. I'll still take that all day long. So we're going to go ahead and replenish the magic, head back out there. Until I lose everything, I just continue to raid. That's generally how I go. And we got KK here, and I'm not going to raid that. You can look. The heroes are well protected. You got the vaults, the troops, everything. You know, not messing with that. Oh, my boy Busky, yes. And then Sir Franklin. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with Sir Franklin at this moment. That looks like a pretty tough setup, maybe. I mean, I might be able to go in on the top side, but yeah, No, don't know much about that one. And then I saw this one. I was like, wait a minute. Am I looking at what's going on here? That looks like my base, huh? Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, let's see what I can do here. And, well, it's a sloppy raid, and this will be the last one for this turn. And I've actually got some more raids after this that I have to, toss the phone down, let some heroes revive and whatnot. But I'm going to drop it on the bottom side and just let Spirit Mage go off. And it is a weak spot in the base until I upgrade my towers to range, get that second little bonus from the ordinaries with range. They're gonna be giving up this weak spot, but the thing is, I'm not dumping 5,000 experience points when I'm more than halfway to a magic missile of 6 and 9, which possibly will give me the ability to take a dungeon 8 and run heroes with GA and restoration only for 37 shards, 35 shards, 36 shards, wherever it is that I'm running, and that's huge. Magic missile, anytime you can level up, that's huge, and I will sacrifice defense for that magic missile unless the new mode makes a huge difference. And that new mode, the Monster Siege, it was not in the previous update. I have seen a video on it. If you want to see the video, if you go to my channel page and you go down to the likes, you'll see I've got a video that I liked where it shows the mode. And what it is you've got heroes and troops that come raid your base, and you click on that little cave, the new little cave that's been added, and hopefully this is going to be out soon. In the official announcements, they did mention that it was coming out soon, and it will be in the next update. Now, that failed update today, I know nothing about. I have seen no official announcements, and it's only speculation at this point, so until I hear more, I'm not going to be able to let you know anything else about that. But in the Monster Siege mode, it looked very easy for the first few runs in there, and there was a dinosaur that attacked. That looked pretty cool. And I was also raiding because I wanted to level this up, because at level 18... I get the new guild hall. Yeah, doesn't that look cool? And I've been eyeing Niggies for a while, and I want it. So, well, got 8 days to wait, but hey, it'll be here in 8 days. And if you're wondering, guys, level 18, that's a visual change for all the upgrades that I know of so far. Town Hall, the Relic Hall, the Gold Vaults. Like the last Gold Vaults, there's really cool looking ones with the gold and the white. Yeah, that's level 18. And well, that's what I've been working towards on that guild hall, so it's almost there. Now we're scrolling through here again. I'm trying to remember if this is the one where I find Eel again, because Eel left me a present, and it's a funny raid, and that's at the end of this video. And I wanted to make sure I found it in a paid raid, and I'm seeing circle defenses everywhere. My goodness, I should just come up with the worst possible defense, put it up, and see if people copy it. That's similar to Kenzetsu's, the one previous to that. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. Fuck loser, Obama sucks. Someone really doesn't like Obama. I mean, they spent a lot of money in impeach Obama. I mean, they really do not like Obama. I thought that was hilarious. Let's see. Eliminator. We're just scrolling on through. And sometimes, I will scroll through a ton of these raids because there's just not a good raid. There's not one that I see that's like, okay, well, I'm going to be able to get in there and get out easy, not have a lot of trooper loss, and let me continue. There's Nerf Boy, guild member. I don't want to raid him. I remember before guilds were out, I tried him, but I barely got him. It was like one of those Druid was left and got it within like 10 seconds, or I might not even finish 100%. It was one of those just, I'm not raiding that again. This one I'm looking at like, yeah, I think I'm going to raid this one because that's out there. Now, I wasn't thinking I was going to pick up tower aggro with Spirit Mage there, but I believe it's going to be okay. I don't remember what I lose or don't lose in this one, but I'm looking at it like I'm seeing those walls right there. Once I get in the middle and past those first 2 layers of walls, everything's just going to go nuts because that frenzy, and I end up using Snowstorm there, and I'm pretty sure this is the one where I don't lose anything and don't use the restoration. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but I don't know. That's a lot of Revite in the middle there. Looks like I am going to be losing. I don't know. We'll just have to watch it and see, right? But a big open area like that with no walls around anything else, I'm just going to sweep on through. And I have been absolutely loving the combination of these level 5 fairy dragons and those omnicopters. Now, a lot of people have been asking the question, what's better, Griffins level 5 or fairy dragons, level 3, level 4, level 5? Well, guys, I didn't use my fairy dragons until they were level 4. And once they're at level 5, they are definitely better. Now, you might have to start doing some math, but remember, if you're doing math on them, you got to add in the bonuses. And that's if you're using Ari's Frenzy, which is a plus 60% to that attack. So you can start seeing it right now, that plus 60%. Or if you're using, say, Ari's Fervor, plus 17, you got Pumpkin Duke, mine's doing plus 25, my Druid's doing plus 26%. You start buffing or stacking all those buffs on top of each other, you can really see why the dragons are the better choice. They come through and just so much damage. Yeah, someone mentioned overkill on them, and yeah, when heroes are attacking you, yes, but when you got a bunch of dragons going through a base like you just saw in that previous raid, that's why the level 5 fairy dragons combined with those omnicopters that you set out in front of them, always drop the omnicopters first. Let the omnicopters tank, then the dragons sweep in behind, keep Pumpkin Duke alive to get his buff off, throw that frenzy down, and you're just going to start rolling through bases. It is my favorite combination. It's why I use those 3 magics every time. Snowstorm's a great fit for a base that's really tough, where you've got to freeze a hero because, let's say you've taken out Spirit Mage, but you've got a Thunder God on the other side of the base with a 5/5 Revite. Well, you can go ahead and drop that on top of Thunder God, because Thunder God proccing when you're raiding is a bad thing. I think we all know that. And from here, I'm trying to find Eel because he wanted me to raid me. He said he was going to leave out a present of 200 Guardians. Yeah, Guardians. Now, I tried it the first time, and I'm not going to show this one because it was 3 minutes of Spirit Mage shooting Guardians. That was it. 3 minutes of it. I never got into the base to do anything. The time ended. So, battery dying as usual. All right, well, still waiting. And I know that the last raid is in the end of this video, and what you're going to see is, well, you're going to see what happens when 150 Guardians go right at Thunder God and he tries to tank them. And it's actually hilarious because I really don't know what happened, and you'll just have to see it when it comes up. But from here, I just go ahead and you can see the Guardians right there. You can see that's 200 Guardians. He's taking his towers down, and I was thinking, oh, I can solo this, right? No. The absorption that those Guardians will do to a Spirit Mage is ridiculous. The procs, they're just not getting past those little fellas. Now, of course, they can't hit Spirit Mage, so she's not going to die over there, but drop someone over there and see if they can tank him. And here it is. You can see this. I dropped Thunder God like, oh shit, that was stupid. And there's this first proc, and then, well, he dies, but I'm throwing in Restoration like, should have thrown in GA, but they just freeze. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened, but they all just froze. It was like Thunder God said, okay, well, I'm going to die. My last dying wish is to freeze all these little guys. And he just froze them. So I'm sitting there like, okay, what's going on here? I'll take it, but, I noticed that my phone was lagging, and with that many things moving on the screen, my phone will slow down, especially when I'm recording. And especially when I have the audio recording on, which I don't even use the audio recording on my phone, but it will take up quite a bit of extra RAM. And running an S2, it's just not enough. But with this one, it paid out. I mean, it worked. Maybe I should start trying that more. But from there, I've got 3 heroes, and Succubus is starting to get in trouble, bringing the dragons. So 4 dragons, 3 heroes left just to get by 4 camps of some first-tier troops in the first slot that we call useless. Yeah, now I've noticed this with the Smurf. Those guys can defend a base. It's really hard to tank against them. A really big, especially 2 camps of them coming right at my Paladin, which I do run a Paladin on my Smurf, and I've had some problems tanking with my Paladin against those guys. But as soon as you bring in any type of flying troops like Griffins, it's over. They're a piece of cake. You just take them out. Or dragons. Unfortunately, I only had 4 dragons. But from there, I'm just going to go ahead and move on in, wipe things up. I'm going to wait to use the GA at the last possible moment. And that's generally what I like to do with my Guardian Angel, is use it at the last possible moment. I've noticed that a lot doing Dungeon 5, First Skull in, and that's using it too early screws me. And I think this, pretty obvious tip, but, a lot of times I notice myself just not doing it because just being stupid. And there's a big difference. With Restoration, you want to drop it a little bit earlier. You want to make sure that hero has that full health depending upon the situation you're running into. Like, if it's a few towers at once, or if it's, 3 of the 4 heroes, or all 4 of those heroes from Dungeon 5 Skull 1 coming at you. And, well, you can see that Spirit Mage is getting down here. Druid, the friggin' dodo bird, starts on a wall, has it all beaten, and then just moves around, starts running circles around the base, and we'll drop the GA right there. Keep Spirit Mage alive, and from there, it's over. Go ahead and grab that, and I appreciate the extra XP there, Eel. And those Guardians just ate my Pumpkin Duke and my Thunder God alive. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Till the next one, Sand7 out.